Hello, welcome. I'm a bit low there. What's going on? Welcome, Sambus, Magic Turtle. Hello, welcome to the stream. We are flying the new COWS DA42VI here in Norway, heading over to Sweden today for our first flight. Today's stream is a Orbex sponsored stream. Have to get that out of the way first. Although obviously the Diamond DA42 is not from Orbex, published by them. It's from the chaps at COWS, and that's their logo above me, a very aerodynamic cow. So we've got the COWS DA42 in this part of the world, and then from here we're flying to Sweden, and then in Sweden we've got some sceneries that are new sceneries from indie developer Marcus Nyberg, who is also being published by Orbex. So thank you Orbex, thank you COWS and Marcus Nyberg for the various stuff today that we get to fly and check out. The Sweden's quite a big country. I don't know if you know that. So, yeah, we're gonna have to switch to a bigger plane than the DA42 later in the stream. Otherwise, it's gonna take us a very long time to get from here in Oslo all the way up to northern Sweden, like basically Arctic Circle. So yeah, we'll hop onto an airliner for that second leg. Hi Max, yeah, that second leg will be airliner. Probably an hour from now is probably a good bet. Maybe just under an hour from now. Although obviously new plane, we might encounter troubles, but it's a Diamond which I'm pretty comfortable with, and it's G1000 as well, so we know how to fly that hopefully. So I guess we shall see how it goes. This is obviously a new plane. It's got all the whiz-bang fancy stuff that you kind of want from a nice new GA aircraft in the simulator. So let me get the camera sorted. There we go. Fully reworked flight model. It's got engine FADEC, it's got all the mod cons in this cockpit, all the temperatures modeled, some great texturing going on, way more detailed like engine model. You wouldn't guess from the Asobo default DA40 and DA62 that the Diamonds looked so sleek and had so much sort of intricacy on their engine cowling and stuff, but you can see this on the payware one. Cruise speed about 150 knots, so it's not slow for a GA. It's pretty nice considering it's not turbo. And here's the cockpit, so big old glass screens, nice big standby instruments as well. No control over the mix or the prop for us. It's all done via the FADEC, so that's, I guess, makes it quite an easy plane to fly. The DA42 obviously is a slightly smaller version of the DA62, but similar range, slightly less payload, slightly slower is basically how you can think of this one. So if you've got the DA62 in the sim, it's quite similar, but obviously with it being payware, it's got a whole heap more stuff to play around with, and the depth of the modeling is a lot better. So let's turn the Garmin's on here. Also, it's got audio by Boris. We love Boris making the audio, so listen to the engine sounds especially. I really like them. They're pretty cool. Got the deep rumble going on that we like. Yeah, the audio is especially quite nice for a GA plane. I guess you kind of get used to the default GA sounds, and then when you get one that's like fully custom and recorded and stuff, you really notice the difference. So we shall see. Yeah, they do a bit, don't they, Magic Turtle? They do. So it's doing its AHRS align. We'll turn everything on here. We got some lights up here, which we'll get on. It's a bit of a obviously cold day here in Oslo. We'll close the lid. The canopy. Nice little canopy squeak there. We got the document windows as well, modeled as you'd expect. It loads in with the engine's fuel on, but obviously you can turn it off, just like you can in the in all the other add-ons. It's a 4-passenger plane, this one, so quite nice leather race car seats.
Pause system test. Okay.
And quite nice high quality textures as well. Look at these nice textures. Feels like quite crisp and nice. I like it. But other than that, it's pretty straightforward to fly this thing. So we got this standby instrument aligned. There we go. We'll set our altimeter 1007 is set. And we will pretty much straight away we can jump into the G1000 here and set up our flight plan. The working title magic obviously is here with a few extra customizations that COWS have done really nicely, so we'll take a look at those as well during like the startup and stuff. There's no, as far as I can find anyway, there's no like iPad or phone or anything to interact with this thing, so everything's kind of done just through the normal ways that you would. There's a few secret click spots and things to check your engine wear and stuff like that, but generally it's the standard sort of interaction that you get with all the GA planes in the sim. So we're at Oslo Gardermoen. We'll just go with the nearest runway, and we're going today. Our first airport is Swedish Mountains Airport, ESKS. Sorry, Scandinavian Mountains Airport. Take that back. In the town of Sollen. My Swedish is going to get shown up here today because it's not that amazing. And we'll say none there. We do have an en route plan here, a little bit of a basic flight plan to chuck into here. Because it might well be IMC conditions. It's obviously midwinter here in... Well, probably coming out of winter, but still snow on the ground. So we've got an IFR flight plan, just in case we're in the clouds. In Bez, that's right. In the one in Sweden. Okay, that's our flight plan. We'll do some takeoff procedures and stuff as well. We'll get rid of that. Hey, we got a raid. Hey, Conti. Hey, everyone from the Continuum stream. Welcome, everyone. We're in the DA42, about to get flying here. We're just running through the flight plans and setup here. Thank you so much for the raid, Conti. I'll see you in a bit.
2, 1, boost ignition.
Hey, happy Sunday, Spider Beaches. Thank you for the resub. Fruitful, good to see you. Pilot Deviation, good to see you. Not Ideal, welcome aboard. Thanks for being here, everyone. So we're going to take... Actually, let's just check the winds. 2 flights and so far loving it. Yeah, I've done a test flight of this and I do quite like it. I think probably similar to Conti, I do quite like analog gauges in my GA planes, but they have done a very good job of a glass cockpit plane for this one, I would say. So if you like your G1000 equipped planes, I think this is quite a good one for you. Hey Geekle, good to see ya. So the winds here are 040. Ooh, so we're probably going to have to go down to 1 left for our takeoff. That's okay. So departure. We don't really want a departure, we just want runway 1 left. So let's get rid of that. Get rid of that. There we go. Just gonna try and gauge this runway. There we go, 1 left. Okay, we're ready to get things happening here. Get our runway. Runway is up there. On the left. So boss, good to see ya. Anti-ice does work as advertised. Okay, good. Good. We'll probably need that today. Alright, we're gonna start her up. So we'll crack the throttles here. We'll get our fuel pump on the right. Actually, let's get both fuel pumps on. It's going to be cold, so I hope the engines start. We'll get our... no beacon, but it does have a strobe, so we'll turn the strobe on. Let people know that we're about to start.
Welcome on board.
Dark Poseidon, thank you for the follow.
安全について説明しますので、必ずご覧ください。
Please watch.
And transponder can go 2000 and on for now. Okay, we'll turn this on, and like your granddad's old Chevy, it's got glow plug, so we'll wait for the glow on to disappear. There we go. And the FADEC should take care of everything else, so clear prop, and then we'll close this. Bit chilly here in Sweden. Actually, we're in Norway. Norway. Going to Sweden. There's your engine start. And we'll just get it into a nice stable idle. There we go. Here, prop. Poseidon, thank you. Okay, fuel is flowing. We'll do the same on the left now. We'll get the glow on, glow plug disappear. You get rid of that warning as well. And from there we should be able to start on the left. Oh, love it. Okay. Starting on the left. Nice. And our taxi light on. Taxi light down there, kind of embedded in the body, which is nice. Yeah, they got quite nice sounds, haven't they? I don't know that, Geekall. Although this plane does come with a very good set of manuals, so we could delve into the manual pack and take a look. Diesel nuts, thank you, Sound Boss. That's pretty much all we need to do to get going here. So let's taxi out. We've got a bit of a taxi ahead of us out to one left, although there's a nice intersection for us to take. I'm pretty sure that's... I would think that as well, Sound Boss, but I don't know for sure, so... let's release the park brakes, and we'll get it going. I don't know where we're going, that's a good question. I think we got to go out of the little GA apron here, out to the left. This way. Oh, it's a bit sensitive on the ground. Open search engine, thank you, Geekall. Oh yeah, idle. Let's get some heat into this plane. Oh my, we got a bump. So small little speed bump there. This is Oslo scenery as well. So, I don't know where that came from. Alright, let's turn right onto the taxiway here. It's got the whole working title, integrated charts and stuff as well, so straight from release day, which is nice. We can indeed fly like this. It looks like we're going to taxi down Charlie. Oh, we're on VATSIM, hang on. We are on VATSIM. For the second leg, you might fly the 737. It'll be your first time to do a proper 737. Yeah, go for it, Max. Hard seeing planes in the snow. Yeah, especially these bright white ones. Bright white, shiny, plastic, fantastic ones, Fruitful. I'm pretty sure that these would blow out in the snow, that's for sure. Alright, where are we going? I think they'll follow this yellow line. Here we go. Kaikon, welcome. Gardermoen traffic. Diamond, Mike Lima Charlie, taxis via Charlie, and hold short 1 left. Oh, that one. We got the old moving maps and everything integrated, which is nice. Once we get to the holding point, we'll do a quick run-up. It's got an auto run-up sequence in this thing, which is quite cool. As per the real plane, where the ECUs switch themselves automatically and do a little ECU test and auto run-up. And the prop feather does its thing automatically as well. We obviously don't have control over the prop feather in this thing, so it's good that it gets tested during a auto run-up. Alright, we'll go here. This will be long enough of a departure in this thing, I think. PC, you can do !specs, but it's a Ryzen 5800X3 and a 4070 Ti. Diesel fuel or jet fuel? Hey Stick, welcome. Yeah, I think it's 2 different engine options though. I don't think you can pick and choose. I'm pretty sure it's different engine options. We got the VI version, which I think is the jet version that we're flying right now. A little bit faster, although I think the diesel version is a lot more common because it's very cheap to run for flight schools. And so these things, especially in some parts of the world, they're very commonly used as flight school planes. They're very cheap to run compared to all the other multi-engines. Alright, so we'll get rid of the chart for a second. If we go engine here, this is some of the custom stuff that they've done. So you can go system, you can get a lot of extra detail here in the engine model. You can see that we're just in the green everywhere we need it to be. That means we're okay to do the auto run up. So I got the park brake back on, I think, and holding on the toe brakes as well. And then there's a secret button here in the middle of the 2 ECU test buttons that runs the ECU test. IRL, you have to hold them both down together. Obviously we can't do that with a mouse, so there's a secret button here. And this is the auto run-up. And you just keep the button held down. And it does the auto run-up for you. Keep it held down, keep it held down, keep it held down. Yeah, right. I didn't see a crash, Kyokon. Vroom vroom. I know, right? Gives it a good old run-up. I love it. And you just apparently keep it held down until the warnings go. There you go. Done. That's the run-up done. Nice, easy peasy. Alright, we'll turn the transponder on properly now. And we'll start the timer. Turn the landing lights on. And the pitot heat on. On Friday, check it out after the stream. Yeah, we'll check it out after the stream. I'm not really one for the morbid let's look at airplane crashes on stream, to be honest. Alright, parking brake released. Shall we go? Come on, there we go. Gardermoen traffic. Diamond. Mike Lima Charlie, lining up 1 left for a departure to the northeast. Gardermoen. Love it. It's the aftermath on the freeway. Yeah, we'll probably not take a look at a plane crash into a freeway on the stream. We'll see. If I run out of things to talk about, you never know. I might be grasping at straws at some point later in the stream. So Kaikon, thank you for the tip. In that case, here we go. Are you ready? I'm pretty sure we don't need to hold it. I think we could have done a rolling start here. All right, full power. Gardermoen traffic. Mike Lima Charlie departs 1 left, climbing 7,000 feet to the northeast. Gardermoen. Rotate. Alright. I think we climb at 10 degrees pitch. About 90 knots-ish. Gear up. It's got retractable gear, this thing. Look at this. Love it. Audio recording, okay. Right, we can't apparently fly it at 100% power, even though you know how I like to do that. So we'll bring it back to climb power. And we'll try and get some automatics to come in here. So we'll set the heading bug, flight level change, heading mode. Go. Try and bring the nose down to meet the chappy here. Autopilot's engaged. Yeah. Alright, why is it not climbing? Oh, it's not climbing because I haven't set a... There we go. Now it's going to climb like a rocket. Try and catch that. 110 on a climb out. 7,000 was our cruise, so we'll go straight up to 7. And there it goes, on the way out. Let's get the range out here. And we'll make a right turn on course. Getting bug. Yep. I'm gonna hope that we're gonna get up through the clouds here. Yeah, I think the sounds are really well done. You really notice, like I was saying, when the GA sounds are not the default sounds and they've been like properly recorded and done nicely. So I take my hat off to COWS for doing that. And in terms of the detail of the 3D model, it is exceptionally high level detail, and as you can see, right down to the nameplate here is there. And no, there's no Gulfstream yet, Kaikon. We do have some new business jets since you last checked in. There's a nice new Learjet. There's a nice new Phenom. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, lots of extra details to check out if you are so inclined on this thing. It's a really nice 3D model. And then the interior as well is also, you know, nicely detailed with right down to the labeling in the luggage rack back here. Nice comfy seats for our rear passengers. The fire extinguisher down there, so pretty nice, well done 3D model. We'll just keep our eye here on the temps, and now all in the green, nice and comfortably centrally in the green. If we then wash it back to our normal overview, you can see 80% load, 2000 RPM climb, and the fadeout just does that for us, right? Nothing really for us to play with there. Oil in the green, pressures in the green, coolants in the green, fuel temps in the green, and about half a tank of fuel for us. There is a lean system which we can do once we get up a cruise. I'll give it a shot. I don't know if I've I don't know. There's a lean assist button, so we'll give that a shot. That'll be worth it. Save a bit of juice. Yeah, climbing quite happily at 110 knots, look nice and easy. Try and get above the clouds. It does look like the clouds will break here above about 6,000. So yeah, and as I say that, they're just starting to get away from us. Very nice indeed. I'm going to turn the engine sounds down just a tiny bit now that we're up a cruise. There we go. Better on my ears. Your ears, probably. There you go. Above the clouds, nicely. 6,000. We're going to climb to 7,000 because we're going to the east. And we'll follow our flight path. And we got going nice and quickly. So I think we should be tracking the time. I'm going to try and fit 3 flights in today because we got plenty of great airports to check out. So these new Swedish 3-pack that's being released from Marcus Nyberg, that one is coming. It's either today, I think it might be today. It's coming very soon. So Aliens Real, I think they probably must be Kayakan, yes. I mean, the universe is infinitely big, so kind of has to be, doesn't it? Anyway, plenty of great airports to check out. Obviously, I want to give this DA42 a nice shakedown on this first flight, and then we'll hop into something a bit bigger so that we can cover a few more miles and check out all those airports. Okay, we hit cruise. Pretty straightforward there. I don't know what the transition altitude was. You know what? We've got charts here built in, so we can check. Maybe if we check the arrival chart for by ATC. What about the departure chart here? 6,000. All right. Well, let's say we're above transition, so we'll go. We'll go PFD options standard. You're an engineer IRL. I am, yes. Okay, and then we'll have to check out our star and approach for our arrival at some point soon. We don't need to do it right now, so we'll bring this back. Oh, let's get on course. Nav. Just went through it. Yeah, I don't know how the pyramids were built. I think they were probably just built over a very long time with a whole load of slaves is the probably most likely answer. Usually in science we say that the most likely answer is the correct answer, is the, well, the most likely answer is the most likely answer. Not always the correct, but in this case I think it probably is. Okay, we're on nav track now. GPS, AP, YD, and I'll hold at 7,000. So that's all good. Let's try and figure out how we do the whole leaning thing next. Yep. It's not far. It's only about 60 miles, but we got quite a extended star, so it's about 100 miles left in total. Right, let's try this whole leaning thing. Lean assist. I don't know. I guess we just pull it back, eh? Oh, you didn't need to lean diamonds. Well, yeah, I don't know, pilot deviation. I think think you might be right. I don't see that this lean is really doing a whole lot. Optimus, hello. Cruise power is around 60%, so we'll just leave it there and be happy with it, shall we? Cylinder select. Assist. Maybe it's not fully modeled, not sure. Or it's not necessary. TLDR diesel, not a good idea. If the cetane is high enough, it will be enough boom juice, but diesel can have fatty acid methyl esters and has a higher freeze point, which is not ideal for flying. Having said that, PT6, you can use avgas for 150 hours before TVO, and diesel use is permitted for agricultural uses only. Well, Geeko, now we're informed, aren't we? Thank you. I believe FADEC does it, okay. Thank you. Very educational, yeah. I think TLDR, diesel, very cheap to run, probably not as much boom juice, and probably has a few drawbacks, which is why it's not used more broadly in aviation, right, Geeko? Whereas obviously jet is much less likely to freeze, and turn these lights off, mate. Much less likely to freeze, and more boom juice. What about low-fat diesel? Sounds good. And it's smelly. Yeah, it's smelly. Yeah. Oh, look at that. That's beautiful. Loving this little plane. Yeah, so I guess flying on G1000s, not for everyone. I do like that it's got the big old standby instruments and everything, but for a more modern aircraft with a lot of electronics in it, as well as the FADEC and the full glass cockpit and stuff, it's done really well. I haven't shown you the circuit breakers just yet, but all the circuit breakers are modeled. They do pop. We can do something probably. What can we pop? Anything good to pop here? Fuel pumps. Well, the fuel pumps don't need to be on. Wonder if you turn the fuel pumps on and then pop them, you get a warning. There you go. Oh! It didn't like that, did it? Oh dear. Well, there you go. Proved that the pumps work. Proved that the breakers work anyway. Very good. ECU not happy, no. Test is a pass, yeah. I wonder if I can... There we go. I can force it to... Done. There you go, the ECU switches work as well. That's proven. A double proven. What's Conti doing shopping in healthline.com? Addiction. Oh, addiction. Okay. Very good. And as you can see, we're getting a nice, even at a very comfortable, efficient cruise, we're getting 135 knots, and over the ground. Show that on this thing somewhere. About 150 knots over the ground, so quite a comfortable cruiser, this thing. Obviously the 62 a little bit bigger, a little bit more potent, same range I think, but a bit more payload. So if you do want sort of a more long distance machine, I think the 62 is more what people tend to go for. There's not a huge price difference, I don't think, when you're talking the price of these things, right? Because they're not cheap GA planes, even though they're made fully of plastic. They're not cheap because of all the electronics in them. Yeah, I think a lot of people who want to do some cross-country stuff would usually get a 62 rather than 42, but the 42s are super popular for twin-engine trainers. These clouds are looking quite large, aren't they, for a small plane like us? We try and maybe go around. It's looking a little bit sketchy, that cloud. Pretty sure IRL you would try and go around. Alright, so we also got a star and approach to program here. Our star is the INBES 1 Sierra, so we can do that. We'll put it in and then we'll see where we can rejoin the flight plan. Arrival. INBES 1 Sierra. Lit up nicely, good to hear that content, yes. Also put our approach in. ILS 1.5 will work quite nicely for us. I don't know about vectors and stuff. Can you get it to show it on the... Oh yes. I might just leave it at vectors and we'll do it ourselves. Templar of Strings, hello, welcome. Minimums. I'm kind of struggling here without the chart separately. Resisting. You don't need it, Geekle. Don't do it. I shouldn't say that, they're sponsoring me. You need to buy it, Geekle. Everyone in the stream needs to buy it, and please use the sponsor link to do so. It's your choice. Like I was saying, I think if you like the G1000 planes, I think this is a really good one. Let's get back on course here. Run around that big old cloud. Little light puffy one in front of us. Struggling without a separate charts app, even though obviously you can do all the charts in worse. I know, I'm terrible. I'm surprised they haven't pulled the sponsorship by now, Sabos. Very surprised. Right, ESKS is where we're going, so I'm just gonna pull up a separate chart and just see about this arrival. Approach, run ILS 15, here we go. Let's wash it over the flight plan. So we're kind of coming in this way and then it's going to take us this way. So we probably can just do vectors and just turn ourselves onto the ILS, I guess. Oh, minimums though is the original reason that I was looking at that. 1844. Let's do it. Arrow. 1840. We're looking for. Done. Okay, let's load that up. Yep. There you go. So as you can see, it's going to kind of give us a bit of a downwind, and then we'll join the ILS for runway 15. Nice. And I might try and get us back on track here by just going straight ahead and direct to KS 700. Oops. KS 700. Activate. Love it. So easy when you know your way around the G1000 to get it to do stuff, eh? The only thing it really missing is like good airways integration. I guess you can always get around that, can't you? Getting a bit hot in here. Let's turn the AC down. Okay, nice bit of cruise now. Let's see how we're going. I wonder if we can join those up. Map them to Flow Pro. No, Magic Turtle, I'm not. Good call though. I wish I had the time to do stuff like that. One day maybe. Great Redemption, yeah. Pop a breaker, and then it just like randomly picks one. I don't know, can they be mapped? I actually haven't looked. One thing I probably could call out here is if a widget. Oh, if a widget was, maybe I would. One thing I'll call out is if you excuse me digging through some files, there's some really good documentation that comes along with this plane. Asking for a friend, yeah. Good one, Magic Turtle. So the one that they've written is pretty basic, just gives you the kind of sim stuff that you need to know to fly this in the sim. But they've also provided you with all the links as you need here to the real stuff. So the flight manual from Diamond is, you know, fully linked, all available. All you can fly it literally by the numbers, and we get through all the definitions here at the start. Conversion charts, details. Excuse me. Yeah, you really can fly it by the numbers and follow this to a T. I can have a look for you. Also, obviously, checklists. Or here, you can download all the checklists from the Diamond website. Very nice. The details on the ice protection system is all here, supplemental to the airplane flight manual. So this plane is fully equipped with the full ice protection system, which is good. I haven't clicked this one before. The engine. Oh, there you go. Details on the engine. Oh, a lot of stuff on the engine. Look at this. Operating instructions, start procedures, safety. So yeah, I love when planes come with all this extra stuff, you know. There's key bindings here for you, Magic Turtle. I don't know if this helps you. These are the LVAR bindings for the buttons in the COWS DA42. There you go. I think this is what you want, right? If you use Spadnex, FSUI PC and have control problems, you must use these LVARs to control the plane. And what are you looking for? The I don't think the brake stuff ones. Okay. I don't think there is. There's emergency gear. There's the ECU votors. the breakers have LRs by the looks of this, anyway. You can toggle the key electrical circuit. Maybe that's a good thing. Yeah, exactly, Conti. Registering to vote for your ECUs, highly important. Right. In cruise. It's got a big wingspan for the size of the plane, hasn't it? And they're quite fat wings. I don't know. Who was it on Conti's stream that said this plane seems like it doesn't really want to fly? Well, I haven't done I've attempted a landing. It wasn't very successful, so I'll say I haven't done a successful landing in this thing yet. So we're about to see that in action, I would imagine. It looks like here coming into Scandinavian Mountains Airport, we've got some clouds bubbling up over the airport, so it's going to be pretty interesting. You've bricked it twice, yeah. I think it loses aerodynamics quite quickly below 100 knots. So we'll see. Its lift just kind of goes from lift to nothing rather than a nice drop off. I don't know why. Maybe the wing design is kind of chunky. Right, how are we doing? We're doing very nicely, look. So we're going to come in here, we'll be on our downwind, we'll start descent there on the downwind, then we'll come over to KS 851. That's why you fly helicopters, they never fall out of the sky, unless the engine fails, in which case they become a brick also. Let's de-detail some of this, it's a bit clever, isn't it? They auto down safely, yes. Auto rotation. Black magic is what I call it. Auto rotation, yeah. Everything looking good. Check all of our parameters. Looking very nice, yes. Looking really nice. Burning a little more fuel on the right than the left. I don't know why. It's at a lower RPM too. Wow, they look 5.1 gallons per hour on each side. It's pretty good. Pretty efficient, isn't it? For a nice little cruise. We are going to be going through a bit of cloud on the way in, so we'll see how this goes. Imagine we are going to end up hitting some bumps, lumps of bumps. Press more buttons. Sure thing, Reggie. What have we got? Well, over on this side is the standard G1000 stuff. Fuel controls there. What have we got? We've got the anti-ice system is over here. Haven't shown that. That's that alternate system. So we can like bosh up the anti-ice if needed. We've also got the ice light over here, and it's got like a what do you call that stuff that it squirts out the top of the. Apparently it squirts out anti-ice stuff out the windscreen somewhere.
Welcome aboard today's flight. Your safety and wellness.
With this button here, a little bit of the ice squirt, you know. Thanks for the follow, streamer oil, yeah. Thanks to follow Sandride, welcome aboard. Newer Diamond seem to have better visibility. Yeah, I think this is the new model DA42. That fly does have good visibility, yeah. The DA60 old model that's in the sim has like an extra pillar by here, right? And I do find it having pretty bad visibility. Yeah, that pillar. Magic Turtle wants me to press more buttons. We got buttons over here, but you know what they do, Magic Turtle. You're just teasing me. There's a gear breaker. It's tempting, but I'm not going to do it. All the ECUs, batteries, and everything is here. Flaps is there. Rudder trim is there. Elevator trim is there. So yeah, it's a pretty straightforward cockpit, to be honest. Nothing too crazy here. I'll click that link, everyone, if you want to buy this. Buy it through that link, please. Thank you. Please and thank you. That's my social engagement for this flight. Oh, thanks, Magic Turtle. Add it to cart. Hey, Max, continuing the gift sub you got from Aretsumer. Thanks, Max. Let's zoom this in. So yeah, we're gonna put into consideration. Good. Thanks, Magic Turtle. Every little bit of consideration helps. Yeah, I think it's reasonably well priced for the level of detail. You do get the jet fuel version, you do get the diesel version as well, and they both have slight differences. Obviously, the sounds are different, the engine model is different, a few differences in the cockpit between those two. There's quite a lot of liveries. They're all the factory liveries that Diamond issue it with. I've gone with like the nice swoopy livery here, which is what they use in the flight school where Sierra Echo Mike Lima Charlie flies. So I thought it was apt for flying in Sweden. But yeah, I think the price is decent for what you get, especially if you like this kind of flying, you know, this kind of plane. Obviously there's plenty of options around this price range now, which are decent. But this one is good for this type of plane, is how I describe it. Okay, I would quite like to know my speeds. Right, we got flaps 1 is 133, landing flaps is 113. So we'll try and remember those. We're turning downwind now. And we're probably about to hit our top of descent. We're going to capture the ILS at 4,700, so we'll wind the knob down now to 47. And it does have the like big VNAV, so we'll do VPath. Oz Flight Simmer, hello, welcome aboard. Good to see you, Shane. This is my first flight in the new COWS DA42. Yeah, we were just talking about it. I think it's a good level of depth and detail for this kind of plane, you know? Everything from the breakers working, the ECU system, the FADEC system, all seemingly is like quite well modeled, which we haven't had really in the like default sim Diamonds, which is quite nice because what these planes are known for is like their ease of use, which is why they're so widely used in like trainer aircraft. Yeah, the DA50 is the most recent one that they've released, Madfly Penguin, the real Diamond aircraft company. And that is a retractable gear single engine, and it's a pretty beautiful aircraft. It's the same cabin structure as this. It's the what do you call it, like carbon fiber monocoque. It's the same, so the same layout there, except up here at the front, rather than a nose locker, you get one big old engine. Yeah, it does look nice, doesn't it? Alright, so we're starting down the hill now. We'll just watch our speed as we come down. 6,700. Then we'll turn right. We'll join a right base-ish. And then join the ILS. Thanks for the follow, F1 boss. Welcome aboard. COWS DA40. Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me if they do a whole lineup of diamonds eventually. They are real diamond pilots. I think one of them is actually a CFI as well. I think they initially started developing this when they were getting their multi-engine licenses in a DA42. So it's quite cool to have, you know, developers who are also pilots, who are also flight instructors on this type actually making the plane. So I think, you know, you can trust them with the modeling of the flight model and stuff quite well. Big old clouds coming up here. Let's send our lights on as we come down into the clouds. And we'll make a little call out. What's the name of this airport? Scandinavian Mountains. Scandinavian Mountains traffic. Diamond Mike Lima Charlie is downwind for runway 15, descending through 6,000. Scandinavian. Popular plane, so you can see that work. Many people in Europe learn to fly in diamonds. Yeah, both Europe and North America, they're very popular training planes. People tend to go up through the whole spectrum of them, right? Like, because training schools buy them in a big bunch, so you start off at a DA20 and then you go up to the DA40 for your cross country, and then you go up to this one, DA42, when it comes for your time for your multi-engine. So yeah, quite cool little plane. And very efficient as well, so it makes sense for flight schools to hop on board them. For sure. Okay, well, one thing I can say is it flies really well on the autopilot. But I guess that's not really testing its flying dynamics. So what we're going to do here is we're going to do an ILS, but manually. So I want to just feel out how it flies down the glide slope. I know that it's a bit challenging to land this thing smoothly, so I want to get a bit of a feel for it. So what we're going to do is do the ILS manually. We'll be semi-visual, but it still counts as an instrument approach if we are following the diamonds. Need to make a helicopter. It is quite an alien-looking plane, isn't it? It's quite different from. It's quite different from most GA kind of, I guess, lower-priced GA trainer style stuff. Interestingly. Okay, is this thing gonna do its thing? I think we need to probably go direct KS 851. No. That was my bad. There we go. That's what I want to do. Thank you. Insectoid. Yeah, it is, yeah. Alright, we're a bit fast here for approach, so we'll bring the power back. What do we say? Flap speeds 133, 113. Okay, nice. So we're already under flaps. Quite safe flap speeds in that case. And this is going to be one of the first of the new Swedish mountains sceneries as well. There's actually 3 airports in one scenery pack from Marcus Nyberg, so we'll take a look at all 3 today. This is going to be the first one. Nothing says wasp like diamond. Yeah. The product is called Swedish Triple Pack. So yeah. Anyway, I'll share more details about that once we start our next flight. But for now, let's enjoy landing this diamond if we can, without smashing it in the ground. There should be an airport somewhere over here. Let's see if it'll... You know what I didn't do? Tune the ILS 1095. Oh no, it's auto-tuned. I love it. If we go there... Hey, look at that auto-tune. Love it. And then approach. Demented seagull. Fair enough, Conti. It is a bit seagull-like. I can see the bird, the big old beak there. I can see the insectoid and I can see the bird reference, definitely. Swedish Mountains traffic, Mike Lima Charlie joining the ILS in a 10-mile final for runway 15, Swedish Mountain. Plague Doctor, oh yeah, yeah. See the Skyrat. The Kiowa, is that a helicopter? I'd fly a penguin. You know I'm not a big follower here. What's this? Yeah, it does look like a Plague Doctor, doesn't it, Optimus? That looks very plaguey. I don't think they'll appreciate me making that comparison, but it does. Okay. Don't have a DME up, I just realised. 12 miles to go. And I also don't have the wind turned on. There we go. Headwind, nice. 22 knot headwind. It's an awkward aircraft, but I think it sort of makes sense in a way, you know? You know, very streamlined. It's also, you got to remember, it's the same monocoque for both the single and the twin engine. So there's a reason for this being so pointy, is that this is also a mounting point for a single engine, which is quite interesting. Yeah, Sambos, I like the engine cowling as well. And I don't think you get that appreciation of these engine cowlings from the default diamonds, which you definitely do in this one. You can see the like curvy, like bulbous shape of them. Alright, so before the glide slope meets us, I'll get our first notch of flaps out. It's awkward. Yeah, it's just different, I think. Quite different from, you know, other GA designs. It looks like we've got some freezing fog hanging over the airport, which is always good fun, isn't it? Sorry for dissing your beloved. Guide slope's coming in. And is captured, so I'll bring the power back a bit more. Get our first notch of flaps out. And a nice clear flaps indication down there as well. And I'm gonna, like I said, disconnect the autopilot. And is there a way to get rid of the damper? Yeah, get rid of the damper. Keep the director and everything in, and we'll hand fly it just to give it a feel. Because I really haven't done a whole lot of hand flying. I should have done a bit more of as a new plane. So forgive the twitchiness, I'm just kind of throwing it around a bit just to feel how it responds at laps 1. And it's it's quite nice around this, like 115 knots. That's one, so I'll just hold the flight director and leave the power alone. And you can see, like, we don't need a lot of power to go down the glide slope. 30% power. For now, anyway. I'm sure once we get the gear and the final flaps out, we'll need to put a bit more bump back in, but for now it's pretty good. Just going down the slope here. Just gonna turn our anti-ice off. Probably should leave it in, given how cold it is here in Sweden, but shouldn't really land with it on, should we? Try old 60s, 70s jets where you go to land and put too much power and the response is so slow it's very hard to recover. Yeah, for sure, yeah. We're in these modern planes, we're used to like quick response times and everything. And back in those old planes, you can easily get into a point where you just have no speed, right? Alright, I think we're about 5 mile final. I can just about, I could just about make out the runway lights, but I can't anymore. Even with a bit of enhance there. Can't see very much. 5 mile final. Swedish Mountains traffic. Diamond Mike Lima Charlie 5 mile final runway 15. Swedish Mountains. Is it Swedish? I keep calling it's Scandinavian Mountains Airport, not Swedish Mountains Airport. Anyway. Alright, we'll configure around about 3 miles for final here, so I'll just zoom there. Where over Sweden? The mountains. Hence the name of the airport, where I fly Penguin. The town is called Salen, or Salen. On the sort of west side of Sweden, near to Norway. Here we go, so let's get the gear out first. Oh, we're getting a bit low there. Let's get the gear out, that'll slow us right down. Put a bit more power in. And into the snow we go. And we'll go full flaps and we'll need even more power. And it feels very out of trim all of a sudden. We'll sort that out. Come on. Get your trim on. There we go. A bit better. A new kid popular ski destination. Okay, nice. Okay, we're going to aim to maintain this speed until just before touchdown, and then we'll pull the power out, try and land about 85. No, I've got a bit high. Let's just go visual, get rid of that FD. Once you're done, yeah, it felt very, I had to trim with my own trim wheel. Fortunately, my Bravo trim wheel is mounted like very much in that location, so it felt okay. Yeah, we ended up getting high with that. Need to retrim. It's okay. Looks skiable at the moment. It sure does. Yeah. A bit of sink. A bit of sink. Still 90 knots, which is pretty nice. Yeah, just to aim for the piano keys. Full power. Oofed! Oof, that was a bit firm. That came up a lot quicker than I expected. Anyway, 200. It would have survived. I'll turn the pitot heat off because it has a moment as soon as you go onto the ground. Hope COWS didn't want the airframe back. Yeah, the airframe would have survived, but if we had some picky passengers in the back like you, Sam Boss, I think they would have lodged a complaint. Bunty broke the other one as well, yeah. There's not many diamonds left. I think everyone I've seen fly them has slammed them on their first landing. All the 42s that got sold today by COWS have all been put into the shop for some new landing gear. Right. The apron's just off here to the right, so we shall hopefully find somewhere to park shortly. Oh yeah, for sure. The sounds are really really nice. Shane, Boris has done a good job, especially when you do the auto run up using the ECU tester. This sounds really nice. He did do the sounds, yeah, he did. You got a good ear if you heard Boris. There we go. Okay, the runway here. Yeah, for the run up and departure, I had the volume up a bit higher, and everyone said the sounds were pretty sweet. Okay, let's get that landing light off. Scandinavian Mountains traffic, Diamond Mike, Lima Charlie, clear of the runway, taxi to parking. Yeah, I'll crank the volume again. Yep. I hold it on the brakes and do a little rev. Sounds really nice. Alright, where are we going here? I think we follow this yellow line down to the end. Naughty. You know me, Fripple. Very naughty. Look at these snowbanks. Is this realistic weather? I mean, it's sort of central Sweden, so it probably is pretty snowy. Madfly's from Sweden, or aren't you, Madfly? I think. Is it realistic? Fruitful brought his surfboard thinking it was summer. Yeah, they got different seasons to us, mate. Alright, how do we shut this down? I haven't done a shutdown yet in this thing. Fuel pumps can go off, I guess. Heater heat's off. Avionics master off. Probably reset those chappies. That chappy off, and then I'm guessing. Oh no. Like that. Yes, that's how you do it. There we go.
Set parking brakes to request ground services.
Okay, there you go. There's the first flight of the COWS Diamond DA42. That was pretty nice. I did enjoy it. I haven't really ever gravitated towards the diamonds in the sim. I think probably because they don't have much added extras, the default ones. You know, the DA20 and the 40 and the 62. They're all fine for GA planes, but they don't have much depth to them. And I think that's really been rectified by COWS here. Adding the depth, adding the sounds that you just heard, obviously. Combined with the working title G1000 suite and some really nice customizations. I think they've done a really nice job. Yeah, can't complain. If you like this kind of plane, then I think it should go onto your buy next list. Is my view.